Well, it is July 19th that we're in the backyard and we're going to take a look at the summer garden here. These lobelia were grown from seed. This supertunia was bought at the garden center, as were the salvias that are up here on top. But everything else was grown from seed or cuttings. I'm starting to see a few hummingbirds. In fact, I found one earlier today was kind of a rufous colored one, and it came up today. These are the pink profusion, I think, salvias they were hit really hard with the hail that had come, but they do, look at this, one bloom on the entire plant. We'll see what happens. A couple over here. The hummingbirds do, strangely, they prefer this salvia to last year's buffet of the rock and play and the blues salvia, although they like both. But we have seen mysteriously almost zero bees this year, so I don't know if someone nearby maybe poisoned them with insect killer or what, but there are like just zero bees. It's very strange. I've got some scabiosa that I was nursing inside the house for a while. It's now outside and I'm going to get it planted. We've got a couple of bare roots that I put in the ground here. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like, it wasn't verbena, but it had a name similar to that. These are in fact verbena, multicolored, that were grown from cuttings. Got pink, red, purple. Then lobelia that I grew from seed, also doing great. The violas grown from seed. This was a little tiny, like 2-inch pot from Lowe's for the begonia. But the violas are doing nice there. All right, we're gonna head downstairs. I have finally gotten a few more things into the ground. We have some volunteer sunflowers from last year, which is good because otherwise I didn't get any in the ground until very, very recently. But I've got a couple of these. They're probably the branching sunflowers. The potatoes are doing well here. There's more potatoes. This is celosia grown from seed, and you can see a couple of gladiolus coming up. These were a combination of the Byzantine gladiolus that bloomed early. I got a couple of Dutch irises that did really beautifully that are now all done. I got some additional amaryllis into the ground because they do need to spend some time outside to bulk up a bit. You can still see that some of these, some of the tulips were still going and weren't quite ready for removal. And I have been letting them go really as long as they could to try to bulk them up for next year. This is some kind of alien, but I don't know what. It's going to be interesting. And let's see, some of the seeds that I put in the ground really, really early that are a combination of, let's see, we've got some really nice snapdragons here that are actually blooming. That was grown from seed. Got some red salvia grown from seed, some celosia from seed. All of these were from seed. They're just really pretty. These are kind of a shorter stature of snapdragons, and that's all right. It looks like these little guys got broken off somehow, but with one bloom left, that's okay. But boy, that's a pity. Something knocked that over. Let's see. And I put in some seeds here. I don't actually know what they are yet because I can't remember. But another sunflower. I put in a couple of rows of sunflowers here just the other day, so we'll see what happens. Some leftover spring bulb foliage that is still working its way around. Let's see, a couple of supertunias that I've gotten on clearance that are actually doing nicely. Look at that. That's a fuchsia, I think, one. Popped another one in over there. I know it's full sun right now, so it can be hard to see what's going on. I popped this into the ground, and I don't remember what it is. The roses are doing well, but they were attacked by aphids. don't know if we can see them on there now. This little rose bush here was dying over in this space over there just because of the amount of rain that we had this year. So I moved it up, and it is now surviving. We've got some phlox. We've got some little begonias there that are growing from their little tuber roots. Look at this. I think that, yeah, that might just be some dying phlox leaves. Need to get some water on here. Let's see, the dahlias. Dahlias are definitely getting attacked by the, gosh, it's probably the grasshoppers, but we'll see. Over here, they're actually starting to push some buds. These are the first time that I've ever gotten dahlias to grow a little bit, and hopefully they will, in fact, give out some flowers. These are shorter stature. These are all ones that I grew from seed in here. So there's like 5 or 6 plants worth of them. Oh, look at this. These are something I grew these. These were actually winter sown. I put them into the milk jugs, and they started to grow earlier. I need to figure out what they actually were, but that's pretty. Wow. All right, we got some more dahlias here grown from seed, as well as a bunch of other things that I grew from seed. This here is, I think these ones are the Chinese forget-me-nots grown from seed, as well as some of that red salvia doing nicely. These are a couple of peony plants, 2 of them in there that are growing up. These here are the dahlias that I had from roots. They should be the, yeah, I think this one here, like the one in the front is just more vulnerable somehow than the other one. And yeah, it dries out faster, but they are both creme de cassis. You can actually see some buds happening there. This here is the bud that is closest of all the dahlias to opening. So I'm quite excited about that. Got a couple of glads, some of the iris that have already gone over, some other plants. I don't know if this is something I'm growing from seed or if it is just a weed, but we'll find out. Here are tomatoes, 4 different tomatoes from my neighbor, which thank goodness they gave me some. Gotta throw some water on these guys now. And a few gladiolus that are just popping up in the yard. I do like them, and they do overwinter for me, which they're not supposed to technically, but they do, which is really nice. The black tower elderberry. Behind it are some lilies. I'm going to get some additional lilies into the ground. I've cut most of these lilies, and I'm just really surprised by how much I'm liking the lilies. But maybe I shouldn't be, because I am definitely a fan of bulbs. Let's see, and then these, I had gotten some random plants and popped them in the ground. I'm not really sure. These look sort of like lilies, but I don't know if they actually are. Well, and then of course the willow going crazy. And the little hydrangea that is hanging on for year 3. That will, I promise it will get moved. And then the knockout roses, they've just been doing great for the last few years. Really like them. All right, well, as you can see, definitely need to get some water onto these plants. They are very thirsty. I didn't water them yesterday. And a couple others here, just enjoying the sunshine. Hope you can see them with all this sun going on. Well, if my nephew Kyle's watching, I love you, honey, and have a great day. Bye.